Hello, welcome to Magical Maidens DIY Crafts. So today what I'm doing is I'm making a pendulum and a pendulum board. Now, if you don't have the board or you can't afford to get one, you can print one out, look for pictures. And I put it on some cardboard and I used Mod Podge as the glue. I put some on the bottom and top. I am then going to have it cut. A little rip right here, but you gotta, if you have thicker paper, but I'm gonna cut it in a circle when it's done to get rid of the white, but you could leave it like this. Now this was all white background with black, but my husband went into a paint program and added the colors that I wanted. It's a nice purple. It comes out like a violet on screen. No, maybe if I shut the light, see? That's better. So I'm going to put this to dry right now. Next thing you can do, if you really can't afford to get it, I mean, they're not that much money. Some of the boards you can get a set for $13, $25 or $28. You get like 6 or 7 or 8 boards with a bunch of pendulums on Amazon. But you got to make sure that your pendulum is real crystal if you're getting that. So I'm going to go, I have a bunch of crystals. Now, this pendant would make a great pendulum. It's pointed and everything. But I don't want to use that one. So I think I'm going to use one of my old crystals. As you can see, it's pretty old. But I have an amethyst that I might use instead. I have a bunch of different ones. So I'm not sure if, I don't want to use this one because I wear it and I really like it, although this would make a really nice pendulum. So, I did a review with this kit. It also came with a pink one, but I gave that to my sister. So what I'm going to use is one of these. Now I have a big piece of amethyst, so it doesn't matter if I use this to make a pendulum. And the pendulum doesn't have to be really super big chunk of crystal, or you know what I mean. You can use just copper, spring, and different things. Also, I'm going to use some chain to hook it on. You're going to need your jewelry working tools. Also, my mother taught me how to make a really cheap one using some thread and a paper clip. It was a copper paper clip back in the day when they actually used real copper. I don't know if you would get any results as well using a regular metal one. I don't see why not, because you could probably just use about anything for that. But the copper resonates better with energy, and it's a conductor, so you're better off getting, if you can find any old copper paper clips, or just some copper wire, you can make a shape that you like and put it on the end of a string, a piece of thread, or a chain if you want to make it pretty. So I want to make it pretty, of course. Now you want to find out how long you want it, but I also want to add some beads to it. Okay, so a chain should be on a pendulum about 8 inches long. So you got to take into consideration if you're adding beads and charms and other things. So that's what I'm about to do right now. This one would make a great pendulum. It's nice and fat. And so you see, they're kind of raw. I have a few different kinds with points. So you see, I can make a big one and you can cover it. This one kind of cracked a little. But as you can see, I have a big selection. And you can shine this up a bit and wrap some wire around it. I would use copper, and it would work well, but you don't have to use copper. So I'm gonna stick these in here. So I'm not gonna use this one, so I'll put that over there. What I'm gonna use is this, but now what I wanna do is I want to have this attached to here, this attached to here, this attached to here. So I'm gonna need some eye pins. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be making an eye. This is how I'm gonna do it. But I need some eye pins. They're basically a pin with a loop at the end. So I'm gonna take a few out. And what I'm gonna do, these got looped. So that's what it looks like, just so you know. It has a loop at the end. So I'm gonna go like this. Find the hole. Now I could just stack these all on one loop. And then I'm going to take my round nose pliers and I'm going to make a loop. Make sure it's closed. Kind of. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I have to attach this. I'm going to attach this to this, then this to this. So I'm going to need another eye pen. And I'm going to put it in here and I'm going to do the same thing. Push up, cut enough to make a nice hook. Don't cut it too short, but you want it snug. So just keep repeating that process. I'm going to take my jump ring, any size jump ring. I'm just using what I found. It's probably a 6mm one, but it doesn't matter what size. Now I'm going to take another one and attach that, and then so on. Remember, it's got to be around 8 inches. So I'm going to not cut my chain yet until I've attached all of these. So if you want to go with a smaller jump ring, say a 4mm, if that works better for you, then you could do that too, because if you don't want it all bead and you want it mostly chain, but you could do it either way. Okay, so I got this much done. I'm gonna hang it over. So now I'm going to attach some chain. I have this cute little star bead. I got some at Hobby Lobby and some at Michael's, so you'll just have to look at both. Oh, I got them a while ago, maybe last year. And that's going to be for the end of the chain. What you want to do is you want to measure how much you got so far. So far I got about, it goes about 4.5 inches long. So I need 8 inches. So I'm not going to cut much more. 3. I think I'm just going to cut a little piece of chain because that'll be at the end and that'll make it perfect. And I think I'm going to go, I might remove another couple of links because I don't want that past 8 inches. It's not going to hurt it if it is, but that's usually the length of your pendulum chain is about 8 inches. I don't really know if it matters too much, but so now I got the chain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure it all across. Okay, so it's almost there. So I'm going to remove like 4 links. What I do is this is going to be the handle. And it already is going to be attached with the jump ring. It already has the jump ring on it. I bought it like this, so it came on a chain, and there was a couple of them. So now I'm just going to find the opening to this jump ring and attach it. Alrighty. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and measure it, and it comes to exactly 8 inches. So there it is. It's let me show you the little star at the end. You can make them any way you want. If, like I said, you don't have a pendant that's a crystal pendant, you can look through your crystals. Hopefully it's one that is pointed, okay, like that, and go ahead and attach it to the pendulum. Now if you ever want to wear it, you could just unhook it and wear it and then hook it back in. If you don't have one, just get some wire and wire wrap your crystal and make a loop at the end and then attach it. So you can do it either way. Now, if you don't want to do that, if you don't have any crystals and you don't have the money to buy a crystal, make a copper coil. Get some copper wire and do a little coil with it. You could use, like I said, a paper clip. Now, I use the old copper paper clips they used to make ages ago. My mother had them, and she made me one with thread and just that. But if not, you can use the metal one. Okay, so, you know, whatever you have around, because remember, when people practiced and did their crafting, whether you want to call it divination, what have you, and it's not evil, it's not like you're doing anything bad, they used what they had. And they weren't rich people, so they just used whatever it was they had. If it was a rock out of the ground, anything. So this is it. And then you're going to hold it. And I like the little star bead. And I'm going to hold it. Now you can cut, if you don't want to print anything, you can get some stickers. Like any kind of sticker you want. But cut a square piece of cardboard. Get some lettering that says yes, no, maybe, rephrase, whatever you want to do. Look at some of the boards online and you can copy that if you'd like. Getting some stickers with a cardboard. You can paint the cardboard any color you want. Get some stickers. You can really do it up nice. Or you can print one out like I did. And let me get it. It's a mess now. Podge on it. It didn't turn out smooth, and I'm going to have to cut it because I ripped the paper, but I didn't have any good printing paper, so I only had regular paper. And it's kind of wrinkly, but you know, it's going to get the job done, okay? So you could even just get a piece of paper and write yes, no, maybe, rephrase. So I'm going to lift this light up. So did I make a nice, let's ask it, let's hold it still first. Did I make a nice pendulum? Is my pendulum nice? Did I make a nice pendulum? Is this pendulum a nice and good pendulum to use? There it goes. There it goes. Yes. Look at that. I'm not moving it. I swear I'm not moving it. It says yes. Look at that. I swear on my life I am not moving it. Okay, thank you. So it said yes, it's a good pendulum. So that's it. That's all you need to do. Some chain, any thickness, any kind, some beads, and a crystal pendant, or a crystal that you wrap, or anything you want. And then you just make your own board, and there you go. And try to use better printing paper. I only had regular printing paper, see, and it has like little creases. And I used Mod Podge on the cardboard, and it's just cardboard on the back. It was an old Priority Mail envelope. And I put some Mod Podge down and put this, and then put Mod Podge over it. But it works. It doesn't have to be fancy. So go ahead, and you don't have to spend lots of money. They're not that pricey if you want a set with a board or alone. So again, remember to like this, share this with a friend, and if you have any questions about this craft, please ask me below in the comment section, or if you just want to say hello. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my videos. Bye.